You're probably watching this video because you're curious about how rich and poor people think and behave differently. You'd undoubtedly prefer to adopt the habits of the wealthy in your own life, don't you? What matters a lot is whether you have a wealthy or poor mindset. Your worldview and relationship with money might alter depending on whether you have a rich or poor attitude. A rich mentality teaches you how to handle and take care of your money correctly and generate more money. You always wonder what makes a millionaire stand out in a crowded place, and what techniques and mindset are essential to thrive in today's age. We must all choose to be wealthy. It's not your fault if you were born poor, but it's your fault if you die poor, as Bill Gates once stated. There is no justification for you to be impoverished. You need to decide if you want it in your life. Wealth is waiting for you. Hello 101 community, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to tell you 7 things rich people do that poor people don't. But before we begin, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications to never miss any updates. Let's start now. Frugality is a habit of rich people. Rich people manage their money by making the most of everything. Therefore, you ought to avoid wasting anything. So how to save money like rich people? The capacity to save money is one of the main secrets of rich people. Wealthy people not only think differently, but also behave differently. Many start saving early, often saving up to 70% of their salary. Make sure you only purchase what you require and never dispose of anything without receiving a fair return on your investment. One of the best money-saving advice is to pay with cash whenever possible. You will refer to it whenever you discuss money management. Spending using cash is more difficult than using a credit card to spend digital currency. Therefore, it's always preferable to pay in cash. Rich people have more sources of income. Tom Corley, the author of Rich Habits, said in his book that throughout his 5-year research of rich habits, the research included interviews with 233 affluent people on their daily routines and comparisons with 128 people with lower income. He discovered that most self-made millionaires got their money from various sources. 65% of people have 3 sources of income. 29% of people had 5 or more sources of income, while 45% had 4. Why are more income streams so important? It makes a lot of sense to have many sources of income. The other streams can enable you to continue without significantly lowering your standard of living when one stream is negatively impacted for whatever cause. The majority of people only receive income through their job. If you don't save money and put it into investments that produce extra income streams, you risk losing everything if you lose your work. It's unwise to rely solely on one source of income, like putting all your eggs in one basket. How to create multiple sources of income. Spend some of your savings on a side venture that will eventually produce a second source of income. Once your side hustles start bringing in money, put it back into the company or in new side hustles or passive income producing assets to expand the company. Partner with others if you can't do it alone and continue to grow your side enterprises as passive assets. Self-made millionaires act in this manner. An example of this: a financial investment could be a revenue source. Famously, Ashton Kutcher put part of his Hollywood cash into Skype in 2009 when the company was only worth $2.75 billion. Microsoft paid over $8 billion to acquire Skype, making Kutcher extremely wealthy. Take risks. Taking risks is essential to wise investing. There can be no return without risk. It's as straightforward as the rule of supply and demand. The path to greatness never involves staying in one's comfort zone. You feel comfortable since you can easily foresee the results of your actions in your comfort zone. However, leaving your comfort zone is the greatest action if you want to get wealthy. Your comfort zone limits you and keeps you downtrodden. Rarely does a wealthy person feel in their surroundings. As a result, you must be willing to take chances and venture outside of your comfort zone if you want to be wealthy. By taking risks and doing new things, you can learn more than you already do. You will pick up new information you didn't previously know, and you can utilize this to your advantage to climb higher. For instance, most people have trouble efficiently interacting with strangers. Getting out of your comfort zone and developing communication skills with strangers can boost your sales and make you richer. Rich people's imaginations are unrestrained. They are wealthy because they believe they can succeed in anything, no matter how challenging it may seem. Don't be constrained. Learn to be open-minded. If you have a lofty goal, you still have room to raise it. Don't let your surroundings or current circumstances restrict what you can do. You are capable of more than you might think. Go above and beyond your imagination by taking the risk. Surprise yourself. Spend less. Rich folks utilize credit cards with rewards programs for their purchases. Many of them will charge the majority of their regular living expenditures to a credit card that gives reward points or miles. These rewards thus compensate for the cost of their holidays or other leisure activities. And to prevent paying any interest or other costs, they always make sure to pay off the entire sum on their credit card each month. They won't upgrade to first class and prefer to upgrade to Economy Plus. They will keep their cell phones as long as they are functional and don't need to upgrade every time new technology is released. Rich people keep emergency funds all the time. An emergency fund is a collection of cash that you can use immediately to cover unforeseen costs. Most financial gurus advise keeping 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses set aside in an emergency fund. However, the amount you decide to save will depend on your income and your degree of comfort. Where you save is perhaps even more crucial than how much you save. Your emergency fund should be stored in an easily accessible savings account that is not subject to the stock market's ups and downs, while consistently earning the maximum rate of return. If you like this video so far, press the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to develop yourself financially and want to take your future into your own hands, check the links in the video description. Now let's move on. Rich people spend on investments and insurance. The majority of the wealthiest Americans have achieved success through hard work. Along with learning about wealth development, they have some basic knowledge about purchasing life insurance and using it as a financial instrument. Even though they do not live paycheck to paycheck, rich individuals still have life insurance. However, they acquire it from high-end companies rather than from mass retailers. Wealthy people sometimes use life insurance to increase their after-tax inheritance and leave their heirs with more money. A life insurance policy can invest or add to your financial security. Even though life insurance isn't just for the wealthy, there are several reasons why someone with a lower net worth would consider getting it. The primary motivation for wealthy people to purchase insurance is to leave a legacy for their loved ones. Rich people purchase life insurance to ensure their assets are passed on to their heirs when they pass away. While income replacement is a worry for people of all income levels, it simply operates on a different scale for the wealthy. Second, wealthy people get life insurance to aid in paying estate taxes in the future. You wouldn't want your new employees to be liable for paying additional taxes on the money you've accumulated throughout your life. Rich people view life insurance as a valuable instrument. In the event of your untimely demise, if you co-own a business with a partner, you can use the insurance to locate a buy-sell agreement. Additionally, you can consider a key man policy if your family business depends on you. Rich people borrow a lot. Being in debt is sometimes regarded as bad, something individuals only do if they live beyond their means or don't have a lot of money. However, the truth is that borrowing isn't always a terrible thing, and those with lesser earnings aren't the ones who do it the most. In reality, those with wealth borrow a lot more than those with the lowest incomes in the country. Wealthier persons typically have significantly larger mortgage debt than those with lesser earnings. Additionally, they're more likely to purchase a property because they have a better chance of receiving mortgage loan approval. People with lower incomes who cannot afford to purchase a home or who are denied a mortgage will not have mortgage debt. If you dig deep to know why wealthy Americans borrow a lot, they do so strategically and use debt as a weapon. They typically receive credit card points for their borrowing, in the case of a mortgage, and tax deductions for their borrowing. They don't pay much interest since they pay off their credit card bills in full, and because mortgages typically have low interest rates. With a mortgage, people also borrow money to purchase an item that normally increases their net worth. Rich people save more of their income. According to a recent survey by Bank of America US Trust, the bank's private wealth management division, many rich Americans begin saving when they're teenagers. Nearly 700 people were surveyed for the Insights on Wealth and Worth report, which provides an inside look at the views and actions of extremely wealthy people. The survey's participants have assets of at least $3 million, with 30% having assets worth more than $10 million. The research provides insights into the kind of financial responsibility and discipline adopted by affluent people in their early careers. According to respondents, on average, they began saving money when they were 14 years old. Starting an account at a young age is not that unusual, as over 52% of American teenagers say they had some form of savings account. It's important to remember that many successful people are born into wealth. The fact that they began saving young is probably more a reflection of their upbringing than an indication of any particular skills that would lead to fortune. Conclusion: what kind of mentality do you have? Do you work for money, or do you make money work for you? The decision is yours. In the end, nobody cares about your finances as much as you do. I firmly believe in the saying, be the change you wish to see. Start now because it's never too late. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon so you'll be notified of every update. Don't forget to check the links in the video description. And while you're here, click to watch one of these 2 videos appearing on your screen right now. I will see you there. Take care and stay tuned.